Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we are playing Marvel Champions and it is going to be Silk. Yay, she's finally out here in Canada. Finally get to play her. I know nothing about this character other than what the cards tell me about her. Anyway, it is her disfortune, I suppose, that through our alphabetical playthroughs, she ends up facing Mojo, who is an extremely tough cookie to say the least. I know from past experience dealing with Mojo, you have to basically try and burn through him as quickly as possible, since he can quite quickly scheme out, what with putting threat on our characters. And if the deck resets and then you add another show encounter set, our MOJO set to his deck, then you have to beat him by the time that one exhausts. So it's very tough, and we really do have to go hard to try and beat him. So to that end, I went on to the Marvel Champions database, looked for a relatively recent and fun-looking aggression deck, and I found this one. It's got some old favorites in it. It's got your Professor X, it's got your Nick Fury, Ghost Spider, of course, because she's a web warrior, Madam Web, Hone Technique, Melee, Spider-Woman, the new Spider-Woman. She is a genius, but I'm not really... I got an Ingenuity in here, so that's good. Not leveraging Moon Girl. The deck calls for a lot of Hone Techniques to make sure we hit that. That's the important one to really boost all of our damage from our events going forward, so we can take on Mojo much more quickly. So that's our whole goal here, is to try and burn him down without having to flip back to our alter ego side. Our starting show is Mojo in the middle, so it's the sitcom environment. Each obligation gains an acceleration token, but when we discard an obligation, we draw a card. So it gives and it takes. Not much more to say that. Again, I think this is going to be a really tough one for her. Maybe we'll get lucky. Mojo is an extremely tough scenario just because how quickly he burns through his deck. It's very small and won't get much larger. So, yeah, that's about it. Oh, as usual, I will link to the deck and credit the author in the description. And we'll be right back with Silk taking on Mojo. All right, we're back. We're shuffled up. We have our starting 6 cards. Face the past, definitely not a thing we want to do. Genius, we keep. Get the scoop. Exhaust your identity, remove 2 threat from here. Any player may trigger this ability. When defeated, the Cindy Moon player looks at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and tucks one of those cards under her identity. Huh. Maybe? I mean, it doesn't cost us anything. Team building. Spider-Man and Nick. Huh. We could go for a cheeky Nick play right off the bat. And clear get the scoop at the same time. What's wrong with my voice today? All right, so we're going to get rid of these 3. Wall Crawl, Spider Claws, Strength. Oh, okay. So the double resource here is fantastic. I think we couldn't have asked for a better start. Okay, so we're going to get the scoop. Then we will play Nick. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a Hone Technique that we can actually play out. Okay. Okay, okay. So we can exhaust our identity, remove 2 threat, and then we can have Nick thwart the remainder. So we can look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and tuck 1 under our identity. Ooh, both are nasty. Under Fire really sucks, but that can stay on top. Undercover Mojo. Yeah. So we're going to leave Under Fire on top. And Undercover Mojo is tucked under Identity. So this is gone. Okay. I think honed technique here. Oh, requirement. I need to play at least 2? Okay, yeah. So at least 2. Makes basic attack. I think. Oof, that would be so good, but I think we have more of them. And then Spider Claws. I don't know. I'm thinking Swinging Silk Kick. So we have our Hone Technique, and we're going to hang on to a Swinging Silk Kick. We're going to flip over 2 of that threat. We're going to go here. If there are more than 4 tuck cards here, discard all but 4. Silk Sense in response, after you defeat a minion in your side scheme or resolve a treachery card, tuck that card under here from the encounter discard pile. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So she gets more powerful the more information that she has. It's kind of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't do a lot of I'm interested to know who's coming out, but I don't really do a lot of a deep dive or a really hard look at what's upcoming in a set before I play the character. I rather learn by doing, so it's a nice surprise for me. Okay. So we have Swinging Silk Kick, Wall Crawl, Eidetic Memory. Okay, so Wall Crawl is remove threat. Swinging Silk Kick is the damage one. When you reveal a card from the same encounter set as a card tucked under your identity, exhaust Eidetic Memory, swap those cards, reveal reveal the card that had been tucked under. I don't like that one. J. Jonah Jameson, exhaust this card, search your deck and discard pile for get the scoop and put it into play. Oh. As an action, exhaust this card, remove 2 threat from the side scheme. Interesting. But that's a player side scheme, and that's removed from the game. So, huh. So it's sort of like a one-shot sort of fetch? Interesting. Okay. So, Mojo, so 1 threat goes on. Oh, after your turn ends. Oh, I have to do this first. Ugh. Place 1. Oh, no, that's... Okay. That really messes with her ability to see the future, to say the least. Okay. So, this is going to go to this anyway. So it's 1. Okay, so 2 threat go on us. Okay, then he's going to attack. Attacks for a lot anyway. Nick gets in the way. Thank you, Nick. Encounter card, Sinister Strike. Okay. He's going to attack. We're just going to take it. We have defensive 3. Is there anything I want to do here? No, I think I'll get more out of doing a swinging web kick. Okay. We will defend for 3. Attack of 1, 2, 3, so nothing. Okay. Okay. Well, think first thing we're going to do is do a swinging web kick, paying for it with at least 1 genius resource. Let's see, so 7 damage to an enemy. You may discard a card tucked under silk from the same encounter set as that enemy. If you do, this attack gains 2 additional damage and gains overkill. I don't want to discard it at the moment. But it's still going to do 10 because of Hone Technique, which is quite the wallop. And then we will remove 2 threat from a scheme. Choose a scheme. You may discard a card tucked under silk from the same encounter set as the chosen scheme to remove 3 threat. Does that mean it's 5? Because that's a lot. It's the same encounter set. I think I'm going to have to look this up. Alright, so as far as I can tell, it only buffs it to 3. So, and I forgot when I resolved the previous treachery with Sinister Strike, it should have come from under here. I'm going to discard a card from there to bump it up to 3 to get 3 off of the main scheme. Yes. Playing Wall Crawler. Okay, so it's the end of my turn. We have to do this again. That's a Mojo, not a Mojo, Mojo, Mojo. So just 1 goes on us. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spy reflexes, spider, swinging silk kick again. Professor X and powering all of us. Interesting turn. Okay. 1 goes on. He's going to attack. We will defend again. An attack of 1, 2, 3, so nothing. Well, at least up against Mojo, who being spineless, can't really bring much threat to bear. Growing Pains. Okay, Obligation. Increase the cost to play each of your upgrades by 2. As an alter ego action, discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard this obligation. Wow, interesting. Increase the cost to play upgrades. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard. Okay, I see. And then that, but the obligation also makes for acceleration now, which is a problem. Okay. How many upgrades do I have in here? 1. Okay, so I would automate. Yeah, I've got plenty of there. So I may have to flip down on this turn. So, no, I have to be able to discard that. So Professor X can come out. He can thwart. And you can confuse. We're going to keep this card. We are going to flip down. We are going to discard an upgrade from our hand. Discard the obligation, draw a card. Spider-Woman. Okay. As an action, I can discard. Oh, yeah, this goes onto here. As an action, I can discard the card under there and draw 2 cards. Okay. Now, yeah, not a treachery, it's an obligation. Okay. I could straight up just play Spider-Woman. Or Grant. Kind of like, I'm going to play out Grant and keep these. We will attack with a Grant. He's real good at punching and also being a traitor. 1, 2, 3. Melee, Spider-Woman, swinging silk kick, Madam Web, melee, power in all of us. Okay. It's only when the hero phase ends. So another one goes on here. He is confused. Encounter card. Stinger Tail. Oh, retaliate too. That's disgusting. No, Grant is still here. Okay. When any mad damage will be dealt, place it here instead. Then if there are at least 5 damage here, discard it. Well, I guess that's good that I kept... Swinging web kick. All right, we're going to flip over. Oh, I was only a hero, so that gets added on. Retaliate too. Everything's very expensive. But it does get the tail off. You think for an investigative reporter she'd be better at thwarting? Hone technique would be enough to get rid of the tail on its own. And then it can save the web kick. 1, 2, 3. Deal 3 damage, so it's going to do 6 in total. So it's going to get rid of the stinger tail. We will take 2. Force interrupt. When any amount of damage should be dealt to Mojo, place it here instead. Then, if there's lazy, yeah. So I still take the 2. But I'm going to hang on to these 2 because I want to start getting damage in next turn. Grant's going to do his 2. Do we do damage or do we... If we get it down, well, I can just hit him with melee on the next turn. So I'm going to do a thwart. Okay. Oh, when you play an aggression attack event, if you play, it has to be an aggression, not my normal one. So Mojo's actually got more health than I thought. He's up at 9. Because my own attack wouldn't have been boosted. Okay. But we'll keep this anyway, since it'll be useful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, 3. Oh, yeah. Not Mojo, not Mojo, not Mojo, not Mojo. So a whopping 4. Go on to us. Okay. So now he's at 12, 25? Swinging Web Kick Melee, Web of Life and Destiny. Albert Moon. Exhaust Albert Moon. Choose talk the top card of the encounter deck under Cindy. Heal 1 damage Cindy for each card. Well, it's pretty good. And another hone technique, which we do not need. Okay. He's going to attack. We will defend. Defend for 3. So there's 2, so nothing. Encounter card. Curtain Call. Move all threat from the character with the most threat to the main scheme. Okay. That's a treachery. So what are we at here? That's 10. So we're at 16. Yuck. Okay. So we are a web warrior. So that's free. We will have Grant attack. For 2. And then we will Swinging Web Kick for 7. So that'll take him down to nothing, and he goes to his next. We put 3 threat. He is at 25. That's a meaty boy. Okay. So if we flip over, three is going to go on that. So he's already at 16. He's got 9 left. So that would be 4. Yeah, no, we would lose. Because he's, yeah, so we can't afford to flip down again. Okie doke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Organic webbing. Smooth as silk. Okay, so organic webbing gives +1 thwart. Exhaust it, discard a card tucked under silk, ready silk. She gains the aerial trait. Okay. Smooth as silk. Choose an enemy or scheme in play. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a card from the same encounter set as the chosen card is discarded. Tuck that under. Okay. Spider-Man. After you play Spider-Man for your hand, ready an upgrade. Your control, Avengers Mansion, swinging wet. Oh, there's our silk kick again. Okay, end of our turn. Now you discard 5. Oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Knot, yes, yes. So 3 knots. Yuck. Yeah, we're not flipping down again, that's for sure. Silk Sense Overload. Oh, this is his attack. So we're going to defend. We always have to. So we defend for 3. So we're going to get hit for 1. Okay, so the deck's going to reset. This is going to accelerate. The start of step 3 of the villain phase, deal encounter cards. Randomly choose. Okay, so this is gone. Yeah, I forgot how gross this was. Okay. So we need to go get fantasy. The start of step 3. Well, there's only one set aside modular set left. And reveal its show. So it's a game of Mojos. We get +1 hand size. And we shuffle this up. Oh. Mojo in the middle gets discarded. Shuffle the rest of the modular set and place it on top of the encounter deck. Okay, so if one of these is the dragon, ooh, ooh. Okay, so encounter set. So first one, dragon. Of course. Of course. Goblin. And Goblin will surge. Fetch quest. And lastly, well, hopefully lastly, oh, troll. Alrighty. So, yeah, I think this is probably over. Because these things are just going to beat the absolute stuffing out of me. Okay, and this flips back. Can't flip down. Oh, how many? Okay, so there are 6 fantasy cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one more. The problem is that both these have tough. They don't have guard. Okay, choose an enemy or scheme in play. Discard cards from the top until it's a card from the same encounter set as the chosen card is discarded. So we know what this one is going to be fantasy. So it's mana drain. So that gets tucked. Don't have any tech. I mean, I can do this, discard fantasy, give it overkill, so that's okay. So it's 7, 2, and overkill, so it's going to kill the goblin. We'll take 2 off the main scheme, I guess. And then the rest will go through to Mojo. So he'll go down to 17. And here's where I get beaten up. All right, we discard 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is probably all going to kill me. So even if I defend, I'm at 7. I can't flip down because I automatically lose. So I just have to hope that I think mathematically I have to defend against the guaranteed 3 from the dragon. I feel like that's the only way. Huh. Because he's attacking for 3. If you... I kind of just have to take the hit from Mojo. What do we have, though? We have Smooth as Silk again. Outwit. Melee, Helicarrier, Ingenuity. Okay, so none of these things are going to do much for me. Okay, so I think this is a lost cause now, but we'll play it out. I feel like he should have more on here than he does. Oh no, because I killed the goblin. Okay, so Mojo's going to attack. He's attacking for 3. I guess. We just hope he doesn't flip a 2. A 1. Okay. Another threat goes on. So we're at 10. We take 1. Then we take 5, so we're on 1. right. Exciting. Encounter card. Nowhere is safe. That is a treachery. And then we have to discard an upgrade or support we control. Web of Life and Destiny didn't do anything for us. Oh, it is a treachery. Next. Evil Alliance. Also treachery. If each Nemesis minion activates, if no minions are activated, so I put 3 counters. Okay. So we're going to Pursued by the Past, and we get to have Moreland show up. I mean, yeah, we're doomed here. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each card tucked under your identity, which, yeah, that's 5. Yeah. And Moreland, +1 scheme, +1 attack for each encounter card tucked under your identity. 1 defeated, discard each copy of Hunting the Spider Bride tucked under each identity. Okay. And I have no idea who the inheritors are. Are they vampires? Why do they hate spiders so much? Seems like a very specific, very strange dislike for a vampire to have. Guess I'll have to do some research. Okay, yeah, we're dead. I don't see how, I've got 2 from the standard set, 1 from MOJO. These guys are just going to beat me up because I'm on 1 health. I could do some I could kill Moreland. And ping off the damage from a troll. So I know there's no fantasy in there. So we'll try Moreland. Moreland. Whoa. I mean, this is just Accelerate. Oh, there we go. Or Silk Nemesis, I should say. So that goes under there. And the only thing I can do is to do a melee, which I'll do 6 to Moreland. Discard each copy of Hunting the Spider Bride. Is this a Hunting the Spider Bride? Yes, it is. And I'll do 6 to MOJO. Down to 11. And yeah, so unless there's some weird miracle card here, but I doubt it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. MOJO, MOJO, MOJO. So 2. Yeah, so 12. And then we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reflexes, Spider-Woman, Strength plus Rex, and Organic Webbing. Nah. So what's going to happen here? He's going to go to 20. I think it's 20. And he will attack. We'll try and defend. Attack of 3. Nothing. 1 goes on to here. And then I get beaten up by the troll and or the dragon. Woof. You know, considering I had nothing going on here in terms of setup, I was kind of shocked that we got him down to 11. That was okay. I'm not going to complain too much about that. But yeah, I mean, I think she's very interesting. She has a controlling style of gameplay that I think is pretty unique. I mean, I'm going to compare her to Black Panther Shuri. Black Panther Shuri just seemed like a slight tweak or rebrand on Black Panther, which I understand. But at least this was a new feeling. I think that against MOJO, in particular, she's at a disadvantage because her ability relies on taking cards off the top of the encounter deck. Or it can, and then it just it moves it along a lot faster, right? So interesting. I wonder if too in the deck composition, as much as I like this one actually, because melee is really good with home technique, it's just very expensive. If we wouldn't have been better off with, say, oh, I don't know, there's got to be other high damaging attacks by this point. I was thinking good old drop kick, but that requires paying for it with all strength, if I remember. Or is it 1 strength? You could, well, I guess you could technically sort of mix the two together. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was fun. I think, you know, on a previous turn, I probably could have survived longer if it weren't for the fact that the troll had toughness. Because then I could have killed with the melee both Moreland and this guy. But I had to keep exhausting. So 3 defense, pretty good. Okay, well that was fun. I mean, Mojo's a real pain to play against in general. As much as I like the character, I've said this before, I don't really like the scenario that much. It's almost too quick, and you almost always have to play an overwhelmingly focused, aggressive deck to beat him. But we got much further than I thought we would do with Silk. So, but she's fun. I look forward to playing her again sometime in the future. But because we play alphabetically, it's going to be about a year before we see her again. So, until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.